Well, I have some Calgary Hitmen news to share in this video. Kind of an update to the video last week where I talked about, at least in Alberta, they granted approval for the WHL to return to play for all Alberta teams. However, the Calgary Hitmen, they will not be returning to play in the Scotiabank Saddledome, as I'll bring up the story right here that the Calgary Hitmen will not be playing at the Saddledome. Instead, they'll be playing at Tsuut'ina Nation at the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex, which is just west of Calgary, around 37th Avenue near Glenmore Trail, where eventually the southwest wing of the ring road is going to be built. Keep in mind, there's still no fans in attendance, but it's kind of a multi-use sportsplex that is over there in Tsuut'ina Nation, where I know they got two NHL size arenas. There's like a gym. Of course, all that's restricted right now during COVID-19, and that's the big reason why the Calgary Hitmen won't be playing at the Scotiabank Saddledome, because already you got the Calgary Flames that are primarily playing there as well. But last week, with the travel restrictions with COVID-19, that actually the Calgary Flames affiliate, the farm team, the Stockton Heat, is actually moving shop to play in Calgary out of the Scotiabank Saddledome. So to keep COVID restrictions and social distancing in mind, I guess the Calgary Hitmen were squeezed out. And actually the NHL has also recently announced more COVID protocols in terms of like removing the glass behind the bench and just limiting time when players, personnel can arrive to the arena as well, spacing out more in locker rooms. So like I say, this is more because why the Calgary Hitmen are moving shop to play in Tsuutina. However, they've actually played some games in this arena before in pre-season, so this is not uncharted territory. So going to the story, it says the Calgary Hitmen Hockey Club announced the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex on Tsuut'ina Nation will be home to the Hitmen this upcoming season. It also talks about what the games will look like early in the season. I have not seen a full schedule yet when it comes to the modified 24-game schedule where we're only going to play the Alberta-based teams, but I need to sort of know eventually so I can do my Calgary Hitmen in 6 videos, but it also includes that the temporary move out of the Scotiabank Saddledome is required in accordance with NHL and AHL COVID protocols covering both the Flames and the Stockton Heat. So that's why the Hitmen are essentially, squeezed out of the Saddledome now that the Stockton Heat are going to be playing in Calgary for this upcoming season. And it says we would like to thank the Tsuutina Chief and Council in working with us to use their facilities and excited to honor to call the state-of-the-art Seven Chiefs Sportsplex our home away from home for the next 4 months, says Vice President and alternate Governor of the Calgary Hitmen, Mike Moore, to limit the number of close contacts for both of our billet families and players alike. Our players will be housed at the Grey Eagle Resort as well nearby. Give you an idea where it is in Calgary. We are forever grateful for the understanding and support for our billets and fans throughout these challenging times. I look forward to having back in the Saddledome for the 2021-22 season. I hope. Because there have been enough of these, playing without fans or cancelling things as a sports fan. Last week, this is where kind of follow up to that story that I made last week. The Western Hockey League received approval from the province and Alberta Health, allowing a 24-game regular season schedule for all 5 Alberta-based Central Division teams. Scheduled to begin on February 26th, the Hitmen will receive an opening weekend bye and will begin play on Friday, March the 5th. So the Hitmen, I guess, will wait even longer before they can start their modified season. And it says as well that the Hitmen players will report to Calgary on February 13th and will continue with the Alberta Health Services AHS protocols, including quarantine and training camp period leading up to regular season play. As league returns to play in Alberta, no spectators will be preferred to enter facility. So it's the main arena at the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex, I believe, is only 2,000 fans. I think the other rink they only can have capacity up to 400 fans. But if you look up the facility where the Calgary Hitmen is going to temporarily play at for this upcoming season, given the circumstances, it's definitely a nice facility or a nice rec center being on native land. And Seven Chiefs Sportsplex got it named after the Treaty 7 as well. So that's all I have for this story. That the Calgary Hitmen will not be playing at the Saddledome, as it looked like, the Saddledome was going to be a very, very busy place with well, I think this is because the Stockton Heat ultimately was going to be moving shop to play here as well, but we'll see what the full schedule comes out. That one I'll be back for season 3 when it comes to my Calgary Hitmen in 6, but I just say, what do you think of this story? It's just, all about the COVID protocols and playing as safely as possible as well. And I mean, the Hitmen have played in that arena before during, preseason or training camps as well, so they are going to be somewhat familiar with it, or at least the people in charge for the new Calgary Hitmen as well. So anyways, I just want to say, if you want to follow along this Calgary sports fan's journey, home of the Flames, Hitmen, Roughnecks, and Stampeders, I mostly do talk Calgary sports on my YouTube channel, where I've got stories and games, just like what I just did in this video. But I also do have a variety of other content, like personal vlogs, attempt at comedy, and I also do share my experience, let's say I'm on the road or a sport event, so if I ever get to do those activities again anytime soon, whenever COVID is gone. So anyway, if that all sounds like you'd be interested to watch, do follow along with this Calgary sports fan's journey. You know what you to do, just make sure you like, subscribe. I also have my other social medias down in the description below. So to say, I guess we'll still have to wait another month if the Calgary Hitmen are going to have a first week bye in this modified 24 game season. Well, to say, let's go Hitmen, and I'll see you in the next video.